So we are here. We are here today as members of parliament representing the 4 Luo counties. Predominantly Luo counties of Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori, plus the diaspora, to address you on a very, very serious matter. And it is the matter about the ongoing massacre of members of the Luo community in Sondu and its environs. It is not the first time that these killings are happening since the last elections of August 2022. This is just but the latest episode of these seemingly well-planned killings. And now the message we have today is simple and very clear. That we want the regime that is in power, which is the Kenya Kwanza regime, led by Honorable William Ruto, to take this issue as a priority and to move with speed and stop the killings, which are going on even as we speak now. As we speak, attacks are going on from ethnic warlords emanating from Kericho County who are crossing into Kisumu County, killing our people, taking away their livestock, and leaving others maimed. So we want the regime that is in power currently, and there's only one regime in power, as you all know, to move with speed and arrest this situation before it gets out of hand. We want the regime in power to suspend any other activities, planned or ongoing, and focus on stopping these killings. Because if left unchecked, these killings have got the potential to snowball into a civil strife that would eventually become unmanageable. Any government in power, regardless of how it came into power, has got a cardinal responsibility to first and foremost protect the lives of its citizens. The lives of its citizens. Regardless of whether those citizens support it or not. So we are demanding, as leaders of the Luo community, legitimate leaders of the Luo community, that these Sondu killings must stop, and must stop now, not tomorrow. Because there is a danger that if these killings are not stopped, the victims are likely to feel that they have been abandoned by the state and therefore resort to measures to protect themselves. So I'll leave it at that and ask my colleague and brother Adumu Uwo, who is the MP for the area, to say something before my other colleagues chip in.
Thank you. I just want to echo what our minority leader said. As the area member of parliament, I want to say that I also want to ask the head of state to move with speed and bring to an end the massacre, because what is happening in Sondu would, in other words, amount to what could amount to what could be described as ethnic cleansing. And this is not the first time this thing is happening in Sondu. This thing was brought to the attention of the security forces, and as we speak now, houses are being burnt around the Ngege area. 4 people have died, who we have their details. Last week I was in that area, of the details of the people who have died, who attacked last night, when the police were actually present in the area. So we have David Otieno, who has been confirmed dead. We have Rashid, who is a young man from Kisii, aged 20 years, who has also been confirmed dead in Sondu, who was killed last night. We have Brian Ade, who has also been killed. Last week, about a fortnight ago, on 24th, we also had a similar incident in Sondu. and very many people are still fighting for their lives. We have the details of the people who were attacked last week, who are fighting for their lives. One was also killed last week. And we have several people who are injured. We have Kevin Obondo, who is a teacher at one of the local secondary schools called Agai, who is actually in the ICU in Kisumu, who is also with arrow wounds, who is at Agaka and Kisumu hospital. We have Ray Obat, who is 18 years old, who is also battling for his life in the hospital. We have John Medeka, who was also Alex Otieno, Willie Ayoma, Eric Ayoma, and Dan Ayoma. And we have Mzee Ayoma, the father to those three, who is also fighting for his life. As we speak now, have just been confirmed, even after alerting the police, that several schools in the region and on our side have been closed. That is, Olo Primary School has been closed, Olo Primary and Secondary Schools, to protect the pupils. We have Saka Primary School along the border, which has been closed on the Kisumu side. We have Ngege Primary School, Sondu Union Primary School, Agai Primary, and Kibwan Primary. So those are 7 schools which have been affected because somebody is sleeping on the job. As we speak now, I've just been, even after alerting the security forces, that several houses are being burnt in broad daylight, with the security forces being around on the Nyakach side of Kisumu County. So I want to also tell the president that unless this is stopped, the very basic mandate of every government is to protect the people's lives and property. If they don't do it, and I know we are a civilized community, then as the leader of these people, I will stop at nothing. I'm also going to arm our people if the government does not take action to protect themselves. So I want to leave it at that.
Very good.
I want to say that it is true that this is not the first time that this is happening. And this indeed is a continuation of the massacre that we saw during Mandamano. And even at that particular time, clashes broke out in the Sondu region. It is a shame, a big shame, that we have the PS of Interior, Mr. Raymond Omolo, coming from Karachuonyo, right next to this area of Sondu, quiet and busy organizing political meetings in the region and parties while the people are being killed in Sondu area. Why must they continue to be killed when we have the Ministry of Interior and we have the PS of Interior actually coming from that region? And indeed, I will not be surprised that at this particular time, he's not in that area, busy organizing political meetings for purported visits. This must stop, and it's a shame. We cannot continue to be killed for nothing. We also count because we are citizens of this country.
Thank you.
Luo lives indeed matter.
Thank you. Thank you. And Nikal, sorry.
I will speak in 2 languages. One, the primary responsibility of any state is the security of the people. A government which is not capable of securing the security of the people does not need to be in existence. So if the people who are in charge of this cannot do it, they should quit their positions. We cannot, as a country, Kenya, say we are going to send policemen security to Haiti to secure the security of Haitians when we in Kenya cannot secure the security of our own people. Either we are pretending to the international world, or we are deliberately hurting these people in this particular area. It cannot be otherwise. If we don't have the capacity, how can we then send people to Haiti? If we have the capacity, why are we not using it if it's not deliberate?
More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge.